Boom, boom. All right, we are live. We recording.
All right, what's up, guys? This is In the Mix YouTube. We are currently starting our first podcast. Shouts out to my guy Andre Richmond. He's the one that had the idea for this.
Yep.
Myself and Sierra decided to join, and we're going to be talking about all type of events, social, culture, basically anything. We're just going to give our opinions. So I'm gonna go ahead and let my boy Andre start us off.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, appreciate that bringing us in. As y'all know, we're gonna be talking about everything and anything that we feel our views on it. Everybody's view is different, but you're gonna get to know a little bit about us as we go further into these topics here today. You feel what I'm saying? So one thing that I wanna start off with, and I feel like it's something that we all see from when we kids growing up. As I was telling my co-host, we see it all the time. We see fame. We see celebrities, they get famous, they go from a spot where we think is the mud, the bottom, from nothing. And I want to know from y'all, what do y'all think really causes the reason for people who came from nothing to when they finally get something? It seems like that circle that they first started off with ain't really probably that, it doesn't seem as tight as it was before. They don't really seem like the same person they were when you first seen them. From first glance, TV, movie,
Right.
magazine, wherever you see them from, they don't really seem like that's the person or the character you fell in love with or started to follow from then into now.
Yeah.
What do
Well,
you think
first
can
of
cause
all,
that?
I think first of all, when you're doing anything like that, such as working in entertainment, it doesn't matter if you're an actor, musician. Um, Basically you're gonna have to have a team at some point. Like there's people that claim, oh, I'm independent this, but no, you have somebody working with you, you have a manager, you have a marketing team. So it all depends on there's always gonna be that person or those people that were with you when you started off saying, oh man, like why you left us behind, you don't want to be with us anymore, da da da
Right.
da. You have it's two sides to the coin because you have this situation where you're thinking to yourself, were you really with me when I was struggling, or are you just trying to jump on the bandwagon now because you see that it's lucrative, like I'm actually getting paid. And I'm just speaking from
Okay.
my perspective because I've met a lot of people in the industry, and it's not
Right.
all seems. You have to put on this image, you have to look like you're good all the time, otherwise people aren't going to buy into it.
Right.
I
And you're
think
actually
also too with like I'm
no
sorry, Andre.
no, you good, you good. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I think like with like super famous people though, like or like when you kind of like catapult into that level of being famous,
Right.
there are some loyal people, that were with you in the trenches when you weren't famous and grew up with you and
Absolutely.
things of that nature. But like when you become famous, your life changes and
It
like their
does.
life might change as well, but sometimes it can't change as much as yours does. So, I mean, I think like in those situations when you do have like that core group that's like your ride or dies or whatever you want to call those people, it's just growth. You know what I mean? You both are growing in two different directions, and that group isn't always going to sue you as this superstar. You know what I mean? Like you
Uh-huh.
can't take your cousins with you to the Grammys every time because they might not really know how to behave.
Right, right, right.
And that doesn't make them any less loyal or anything at all. It just makes them, a different lifestyle, a different type of person. So
I
I
can
don't,
see
I
Yeah.
that.
don't, I definitely don't think it has to be anything due to disloyalty or not holding people down or
Mm.
hopping on. But it's just like my life is different. It calls for different people. You know what I mean? People who are living the same type of life as me.
Right, right.
So
And I can definitely see that. And I think what most people probably will mess up at, or where it gets kind of this line of not understanding one another, is that people, when they see you make it, or when I see like people that I see from when I was a kid grow up and they become famous, or even people on TV when they become famous, I feel like people feel like they deserve a piece. Just like if they blood relative, it's like almost as if they're telling you, yeah, you're famous now, and we think we need to see some of that. We need to see some of them coins that you getting now, even though they wasn't putting in no work. You could be cousin, blood related, whatever the case is. But I feel like people feel entitled when somebody from their circle makes it. You get what I'm saying? Rather
Yeah.
than
yeah,
actually
yeah.
helping contribute. Because some
I
people
mean,
they're like what I call like leeches. They just want to
some
keep.
people are, but then that just means you have a bad friend. Because it's like if you're just saying like contribution, it's like maybe I didn't,
Right.
stay up with you in the studio until 5 o'clock in the morning. But like when you had problems, what I'm saying, you called me and you vented to me. You know what I'm saying? So a
Mhm.
contribution as somebody who's even a friend or a cousin,
Right.
whatever the person is that you can confide in real life, you know what I mean, that contribution might look different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they feel entitled from a place of like a different place. I feel like entitlement is like a strong word for them. You know what I mean? Like I
Right.
get it, but at the same time, they've been there for them in different ways. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't feel like you necessarily have to physically do something for somebody or be able to
Right.
provide them like, oh, you bought this for me, you helped me stay in this.
Right. So you pay for my studio
Right,
sessions, shit
right.
like
I
that.
don't
You know what
think
I'm
any of
saying?
that.
Like,
I don't think any
hmm
of that really needs to even fall into it. Like you said, you can just have somebody simply that you could call when times is rough, and they just going to make sure that your mind is easy.
yeah,
Or they
you
pulling up
know,
with anything like your food, your favorite drink, like whatever the case is, they gonna be there for you. And that's what I
yeah,
consider
just
people.
good people in your
And
life. You know what I
that's the
mean?
type of energy that you need to keep around you from what I've seen. Because you have situations where people from the outside looking into relationships, even for famous people, it's a whole bunch of people out here that don't even have a dollar to their name telling people how they
Yeah,
should be living. Like, you get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and they don't care. Everybody has
Yeah,
an opinion.
it's all
Like
I'd
it,
even say, I'd
perspective.
even say, people get famous and get famous friends that aren't loyal. Like they leave their family and then they
oh
still got
yeah,
people entitled to them. You feel me?
that's
It's
a
just like
fact.
that's just fame for you. Like
Hmm.
whatever group you have, if they're not good people, they're gonna
That's
try to take from you because you have. That's
that's a
So
just the end of the
so I
story.
want to ask you too something. Do you think that most people would rather have you rather be financially successful as far as being millionaires, or would more people rather just be in the spotlight all the time?
well, I
It
think that's
depends
a
on how they can maintain being in the spotlight. Because if you're
right.
saying they still get all of the material things, then yeah, people prefer that. Because you can't be in the spotlight with money without money or material
Right.
things, kind of. So if they
Exactly.
still get that and can be famous but aren't billionaires, I think people would definitely take it.
I would
Well,
agree.
I
Well,
gotta ask you, what do you mean by that? You just said, Sierra, you just said you can't be in the spotlight all the time without materialistic things. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. So if you're saying would somebody choose fame or would somebody choose money? But what I'm saying is most people are famous because of something they did in order to gain money. So if somebody's already famous, that means they have money. So like they wouldn't be worried about being a billionaire because they're famous and they have money. And that's how you become famous, of something you did that made you get money. Or at least our premise of fame in America, I feel like something
What
happened.
about all the Instagram celebrities?
They're still making money though.
right.
Those girls, they're
Not
Instagram
Influencers.
all of them.
celebrities.
Influence.
Not
No,
all of
some
them.
yeah,
Nah,
not
yeah,
everybody's making
not
money.
I'm out here
everybody,
in
but it's
Atlanta.
okay.
There's a lot
A
of
lot of
people out
fake, a
here.
Obviously,
lot of
listen,
pretenders.
listen. Obviously, a girl who is not getting paid, she's the same girl. We're the same. Obviously, we would choose to be billionaires. But if you're talking
Right.
about somebody who's famous, then they'd have to be famous for something. Like it's a little counterproductive. Then
Well,
you
yeah,
can't be
no,
famous with nothing.
it makes sense. You can't be famous without nothing, but being in the
The
spotlight without
idea,
nothing
maybe.
is something
Being
different.
in the spotlight without, okay, I guess you could be like a murderer, you know, like a serial killer. You get in the spotlight for shit like that, or a rapist, or R. Kelly. That's fucked
No,
up. But he still got
I,
money. You feel me?
hey,
Like he's in the spotlight, but he
I
still
don't
got
think that's
bread for some
spotlight.
crazy shit he did. It
No,
is though. Everybody's looking at you.
well,
What
no, you're
spotlight
right.
can you
You
be
are
in
on
a
the
positive
attention. You
light
are the
with
you
no
are the center of
money and
attention.
be in the spotlight? What are you doing?
That's
Like
true.
you're
That's
doing
true.
something terrible. So I
That's true.
mean, or
Or you could have
something
the money,
regular. I don't know.
or you could have the money and lose it all, and you're
And
still in the spotlight. That's a
but
dangerous
now
place.
you're a broke nigga in the
That's it.
spotlight.
Yeah,
That sucks too.
that's a dangerous place because now everybody
Now
like,
you broke it,
yo,
everybody know.
you know what I'm saying? Like high school, you was the man, homie. Like what
Damn.
happened to you?
But
Like,
you slowly fade out the spotlight though.
nah,
Niggas
you do,
forget
you
that
you
you're
do.
broke. You dip off, you feel
Unless
me?
you're doing like Bow Wow
Unless you
challenges.
flexing, yeah.
Yeah, unless you're
Then that's
doing those
bad.
type of things, and then you falling back into where people like,
That's
all
when
right,
you in the spotlight for no money. That's bad. You're a
that's when they
fraud.
like that's clown
You're a
activity right
fraud.
there.
That's
But
you. Yeah.
but yeah, dealing with fame, as I want to even ask you, Hendo, as somebody who's trying to be or an aspiring actor, like what do you face? Like what have you come across since you took this path that other people, most people wouldn't, that they're afraid to do, even if they, wanted to be an actor, actress? What would you tell somebody like that? Like how have your life been affected trying to follow this?
Um, I guess proving a lot of people wrong, because I've have I have done some things to where I've made money.
Right.
And so it's all perception, because
Right.
there's people that, and it falls back onto, being on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that.
Hmm.
There's people that I have a lot of people that follow me. on my old page,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people didn't care when we were in the military. A lot of people didn't care. Like I started off dabbling into my creativity when we were in the military because I had the microphone. I was playing around with music. I was doing little skits too with other people. And then when I got out, I just went full time. Like I just
Mm-hmm.
moved to California and just went for it. And people just started coming out of the woodworks.
Right. That you never
People I
seen
haven't
before.
spoken to since high school,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just watching. You can see when people are watching, but they don't really engage with you. It's all about engagement. So then people started asking me, "Oh, hey, how did you get on to this? How did you get into this music video? How did you work with this famous actor? How are you working on this movie set? Like, what are you doing?" And in my mind, I'm wondering, like, do you really want to do what I had to do? Because there's so much that goes into it. Like,
Right.
people that went homeless behind the stream, and so many different things that goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
And not even just talking about the negative stuff. Like if you're actually working on a film set, no matter if you're the actor, or you're the guy behind the camera, or you're a PA just moving coffee, you're going to be working 12 plus hours. On average, you're going to be working 14 hours a day, and people don't understand that. They think, oh, it's just all glitz and glamour. Like, no, it's a
Right.
lot of long hours, and you're going to be tired a lot. Like I really don't get sleep anymore as it is. Like even when I'm not working, I'm still trying to find the next thing. Like right now, I'm working on this contract so I can be a PA for an upcoming TV show here in Atlanta.
Okay, that's
While I'm
pretty
still
cool.
trying to get my acting thing going
Congratulations.
because I'm just trying to keep hustling.
Right.
And people don't get that. You don't understand. If you really want to do this, you got to do this. Like you can't just piggyback off of the fame. And I had to realize that too because even early on when I first went to California, I felt like I was being fake because I was meeting famous people, and it wasn't genuine because I was trying to leech off of them, kind of. You know what I mean?
Right. You were trying to plug their brain, try and get close so you can get a little bit of.
And the crazy part about it is people are coming to me and helping
Mm,
me out because I'm not trying as hard anymore. Like I'm not
right.
I'm not being disingenuine. Like if I'm really interested, I'll let them know. But if I'm not, then they come to me with the information anyway. So I've been getting more lucky this past since 2019. I've been getting a lot of work.
I feel
But
it.
early 2017, 2018, it was really hard for me because I had to figure it out.
No, I definitely can. I
Congratulations.
definitely can
Yeah.
understand that, man. What I can chalk that up to is it's a lot of people that's ghost followers. Um, what I mean
I
by
haven't
that
heard
is
that
that
term in so long.
yeah, it just
Ghost
dawned on me when he
followers.
said it. When he said it, people watching him, people watching his moves, but
I'm dead.
nobody
That was a
really.
Twitter thing, I feel like back in
Yeah,
the day.
yeah,
Yeah.
but nobody engaging you. I get it though. I
Mhm.
get where you're coming from. A lot of people, even that you could possibly know, will watch you grind, probably thinking in the back of their mind, "Oh no, what is this guy doing? What actor? You moving? Like nah, it ain't gonna work. You feel me? Then when they start seeing like little, like a slight chance of like, oh, he really doing something. Oh, he getting gigs now.
And
Now
the
he
crazy
now
part
he
is,
actually in things. Let me ask him, what did he really have to do to get here now? Because they want a cheat code. That's what most people want. They don't want the
and
they don't want the blueprint.
But
They want the cheat
you
code.
don't think people truly do want advice though? Like honestly, like you guys sound like you guys don't believe in networking. Like
No, no,
people
no.
want to
no,
Network.
know.
it's
No.
not. It's not about advice. It's the fact that
Right.
like there's people that don't really want to do what I do. They
Mm-hmm.
just want to get the. That's why I asked you about the spotlight thing. They just want the spotlight. They don't want to put in the long hours. They don't want to struggle for it.
And I agree.
They
I agree.
like I only want to
But
help
when we
people that
live
are
in a
really
world,
trying to.
oh, okay, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
like I'm down to help people. Like that's why I'm doing this podcast because he really wanted to do this. It's not
Right.
about the fact that I don't want to help people. I do want to help people, but I can't help everybody. Like you
That's a
have to
fact.
be selfish at some point. Like you can't help everybody.
Yeah, you
It's
give too
not.
much of yourself, you end up with nothing.
If billionaires aren't helping everybody, how you expect me, somebody that's only making maybe 6 figures, how am I supposed to help somebody?
No, I definitely
Like
I
I can't help
definitely
everybody.
understand that. I definitely get it. Yeah, it just a lot of people, in my opinion, to what you said, Sierra. It's not that I don't think networking is a good thing. I think everybody needs to network. I don't honestly believe that you could become successful if you're not networking. I honestly believe that that is impossible to do. But to me, there's a difference between networking and leeching. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you have people that honestly cannot even be, they don't need to really be as genuine as you could be with somebody else, but they know that you two have something in common. We both want to do this. Let's help each other to go into this type of light. You get that kind of understanding and you go on from that. But some people
Right.
will watch you put in all the work, all the late hours, all the time you spend, all the time you ain't get to spend with somebody you wanted to be with because you had to work for something. And now all they want is a, what I like to call a cheat code. They just want to know almost like a summary of what you did to try to like just jump straight into where you're at when it doesn't work like
Yeah.
that. You know
I
what I'm
mean, it
saying?
would never work. I mean, I
It
would
never,
say thank you and give
it,
them their summary
it never
and
worked. But
bow, take
people,
my bow out. You know what I mean?
it said take
Honestly,
a bow.
like, because if you give them a summary, give it to them. It's a 5 minute
Yeah,
summary, and it ain't gonna work because that's not
so
how life
true.
works. So it's like, why am I gonna be hateful and be like, oh, I'm not gonna say anything to you because I know you're not real. Like, nah, you might be real. What the fuck do I know? This is what I did.
True.
Maybe it worked for you. Maybe it won't. But that's it.
And
You know what I mean?
it's really so sad. I want to go back. It's really so sad that people really don't support you until they see results. Because there's this guy I
That's
went to
logical.
college. I
That
mean, but
is.
that's just I don't know, understand. Like, if you were hungry in the beginning, why not just believe in that person? Because there's this guy I went to school with in college, and he was on and off, like, but I saw the drive in him, and he dropped out and he moved to LA. And
Hmm.
I guess he went quiet for a minute, but he would post stuff every now and then. Nobody was engaging him until out of nowhere. I guess he got on a Tyler Perry film, and Tyler Perry, he always looks out for black people, so he gave him a big check, and he went and bought a big ass house. And I don't know if it was LA or if it was back in Memphis where he's from, but he bought a big house and he posted on Instagram, and everybody was on his comments. Oh my God, like, congratulations, da da da. And I'm like, I'm really looking at these people like, do y'all really care? Y'all just, like, it's just. And I know he's probably sitting back laughing like, like,
Yeah, I'm looking more at him like, damn, how pompous. But like, I get what you're saying about people. Like, they didn't give a fuck about your struggle. So why you here now? I get
Right.
what y'all saying, but I'm just like, fuck them. Like
Yeah.
honestly, like
It's no
like
sword
watch
off
my
your back.
shine. You see
It's
it.
yeah, I
Yeah,
get you.
like I'm gonna work hard regardless. I have to.
Hmm.
But it's like you get it however you're gonna get it, regardless of what I tell you. That's on you. Like everybody is in their own lane, regardless of what I do or say, whatever help I can give. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Is what it is. But I understand about protecting your energy. If it starts to feel like a thing that takes your energy off, then definitely fuck them. Don't speak to them. But like, yeah,
But you still just more so like it doesn't mean anything to you, honestly. Just to give it
it
up,
doesn't.
like
It
yo,
wouldn't affect my
affect
energy
you as
though.
it would
Like
somebody else.
especially
Like
if I was successful. Like if I did the work
right,
and I'm good now, and niggas is asking me, and I know they wasn't supporting me when I was shooting
right,
in the gym. It's like
right,
I don't
right.
give a fuck about that. I'm not shooting in the gym no more. Like
True,
I'm
I get it.
good. You feel
I
me?
get
Like
your
I don't
take.
give a fuck no more.
You already made it, so
Especially if
it's
I'm successful. If they ask me in the mix, I'm like, no, the fuck, I got shit to do. I get that. You know what I
right, right,
mean? I
right.
get if I'm still with it and like grinding and like you just see me grinding and I'm gonna get it. Like I might be like selfish then, like, oh no, I ain't got
Right, right.
time. But like if I get it, everybody can know what I can give. You know what I mean? That's just me as a person, especially if I get it. So
No, I definitely understand. I mean, I honestly think even the following both of y'all points, the best and worst thing that helps in all of this areas, as we said, is social media, right? I think and I can agree to say that because you go even putting your life on broadcast. Say you don't have to be the most famous person on IG. You don't really care. You post anything, you're not really caring. You're not thinking nothing of it because not too many people are looking. Not too many eyes are on you.
that's me.
You're
I
good.
post
You're
whatever
like,
I want.
yo, if anybody comments, it's going to be somebody I know. So if it's somebody talking
I got
crazy,
laid off to COVID and was like,
hey,
fuck this. I don't care.
if it's somebody talking in the comments, if somebody talking shit in the comments, hey, I know you directly. I know exactly who you
I
are. You
watch
know what I'm
myself on
saying?
Twitter though. I don't lie about that because I don't know. I just seen too much shit go wrong with Twitter. So I'm like, wait a minute, let me chill a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit
no, Twitter,
here.
Twitter. Hey, you definitely
Twitter, I
gotta take
feel
it
like
slow.
it's
Look at what,
too much.
hey, you get some people that they don't know what to do with Twitter, and they put out too much information. Look at
Yeah,
Kanye.
and
Look at
people
Kanye.
screenshot them so quick. Like
Kanye put
it's
out
just
too
too much
much.
for me.
I
Yeah,
do
it's too
understand
much for
though.
me. Yeah.
But I think a lot of people get lost in it though, right? Or even as you said earlier, Hendo, when you got like influencers or social media famous people that make skits and things like that, when you start to build your brand or your name when you're going up through social media, though, I think a lot of times what hinders people or what makes people like kind of drift off, going back into the ups and downs about like celebs or people that we watch become famous, is I gotta say the comic section, man. The comment section is one of the most brutal places I've even tapped
Yeah,
into to
it's
look and
sad.
see. You go into a shade room, you go into the comments.
Honestly, I'm
Oh
not gonna lie.
man,
I really have.
all
I've
hell
been
breaking
trying to
loose.
unfollow them. I've been trying to
Oh
unfollow them. I know I'm so ghetto, but like
nah,
it be shit there before I find out. I'm like, damn, I wouldn't have known this until I just opened it. Like sometimes it's a little bit useful, just a little bit when people die and stuff. Not gonna look. God bless everybody. RIP everybody this
right, right,
year.
right.
But I'm just saying, a lot of times I found out straight opening that app, and there it was. So
Yeah, it tells you everything. Nothing is
But they
private.
are so toxic. I hate them. I
It
want to
is.
unfollow them so
People,
bad.
people, people, people will say the worst things, but it's for the aspect of what social media gives them protection. You're not pulling up to their house.
It's just so mean though. Like,
It
damn, why did you type that? Like, why are
because
you so angry within your heart?
people,
What's
no,
wrong
but
with you? Like,
people don't have a heart, so they go make a fake page and then they gonna go comment underneath, so you can't trace it back to them. They go say whatever they feel, and then they gonna put it in the comments. I honestly think that's what helps, or that's what ruins a lot of people relationships. Not even that you have to be dating, but like even famous
yeah,
people that we see that used to
all
be
this little
together and
talk,
cool,
unnecessary
not
stuff.
cool no more because the
Yeah.
comments. Somebody post up and be like, "Yo, is he sleeping with his wife?" Oh, we
But
seen
you
the
know what?
same.
Also, too, I'm like, they can't
You
really
know what
be
I'm
believing
saying?
these
Like,
comments. You know,
but
like,
people do like no. Don't be confused about the people that's famous and be like, "Oh, comments. I don't sweat it. I know that they're looking. I
No,
know they're
they
they
are
do
looking.
looking.
definitely.
I know
They're
they're looking."
looking. But for you to be looking and to believe some of it is too much. Come
It
on
don't take
now.
no. It
Come
don't
on.
take much. It don't
There's
take much.
100,000 people right here in this section. You cannot believe that shit. Like, come
You
on now.
if you
You
not
can look and it would
if you're
blow
not
you,
ready,
but
if you're not emotionally ready to deal with people talking about you, some people cannot emotionally handle it. Like if they see somebody like, oh, he ugly as hell, she ugly as hell, like they take it personal. They like, oh, for real,
yo, I would
I'm
be in the comments
ugly.
dying
I
laughing.
mean,
I
but
wanted to be the
I
person.
understand it because people forget that they're still human too. You know, they just
They
happen to be
do.
famous.
Yeah.
Like just
They're
People
talking
still
don't
human
all
care
kind
beings.
of
yet.
reckless, all
People
kind of
don't
reckless.
care.
They
They
don't.
don't care, bro. But the
Protection.
thing is, these people don't know you though. So it's
That's
just
the
like
that's what gives them the strength. They like, yo, you not
that's
driving
what
out here
she
to
give you the
Kentucky.
strength to watch this shit, like to
Mm,
look at it. Like these
mm-mm.
wild ass people just talking about
Yeah,
me. Like this is crazy.
think of it
Like
from think of it from this point. Like if you like right now, if let's say you got like 50 comments on any Instagram post you posted, you
Right.
would be happy if every post was, you know, every comment was positive. So it
True.
doesn't matter if you have 100,000 comments, you still want 100,000 positive
uh-uh.
comments.
I
I
won't
feel
lie to
like
you. Nope. If
So you
I
wouldn't
if
care.
you
I
want some
had
negative
if I
comments.
had 100,000 comments, like maybe you
Right.
got quantified better. If I
Mhm.
had 100,000 comments on something, I did something right. I don't care what all of them are saying. Something happened. You know what I'm saying? Like unless I completely did something wrong, like I said before, the spotlight for doing something crazy. But
Okay.
like if I did something and there are 100,000 opinions,
So
I
you're saying
mean,
publicity is publicity.
But the thing
yes, I
is
am a
though,
PR major.
I got you. I got you.
Sorry,
All
that is
publicity
also
is
a
good
word,
note.
but
publicity. Ain't that how y'all stick by? All
No,
publicity.
not really.
For
Honestly,
real?
that's not true.
Some
But the
people
thing
say.
is, if I'm a girl, if I'm a girl that normally gets these, I don't know, 50 comments that are
Right.
all positive, all right, great. These people I know or halfway know love me. But to have 50 great ones and then like 98,000 more of just talking about me, dialogue about me, that's
Hmm.
more important to me.
Okay. No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It is a toss up. You gotta take the good with the bad. You gotta
You
be
got
able to
to.
put your
Like, what do
life
you
out
mean?
there on the
If
front
these
line.
people aren't talking about you, what are they doing? What are you doing
You gotta
as
have
this
haters.
person?
You gotta have haters to be successful. I will say that though. You do
Even if
need
they're
people
not
to hate
hating,
on
it's
you.
just like dialogue. They need to be talking about you. Like, even
True.
if they're
Keep you
not
in the
hating.
conversation. Keep you in the
Yeah.
conversation. I always keep your name buzzing. I'm not mad at that at all.
And
um.
fame, if that's the, thing.
Well, no, yeah, I just see it. So it just always just bothers me. Is like I just see so many people that I don't even think are really beefing with each other. It's just everything else in the middle that builds it up because they might not even pay attention. But you got people hitting your phone like, "Hey, bro, you see what so and so's been saying about you? You see them comments?
Yeah.
You see what people been saying? Then eventually, if somebody keep coming to you telling you something, you're gonna be like, man, let
You
me go
blow it
see what
out of
this about.
proportion. Yeah.
Let me go see what this about. Or you hit them up, they not responding. You're like, oh, so maybe this might be real. You feel me? Maybe we actually do got beef. You get what I'm saying? So just like the perception of things rather than people knowing in the middle. And that's just us as consumers and people that like to be in everybody's life and things like that. Not me personally, but other people that just like to be too involved. They want to know what people eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What did you drink this morning? What you drinking tonight before you go to the club? Like it's too much. It's too much of people into everybody like that. I think
Yeah.
though. Um, but onto some other things that I want to address here is supporting Black business owners. How do you guys feel about that right there? How does that make you feel when you hear stuff like that? Or are you one of those type of people that really go out there and support it? Do you really support Black owned businesses? Being
yeah,
Black.
I
Right. I
mean, the
mean,
hat I'm wearing is from a black owned business.
Okay.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
You want Oh,
Definitely. I don't, because right now, at this age of 26, I don't really dress like I used to, obviously, when I was
right,
like
right, right, right,
20.
right.
Like, I don't even go to the mall like that no more. So, whenever I come across a person, if it's not even about, I will say this, it's not necessarily about supporting. The product has to be good and I have to actually like it, but I
Hmm.
will buy it. I won't be like, oh, no, it's not Ralph Lauren or it's not that. Like, if I like it, I'm gonna buy it, you know?
Yeah,
So,
I agree
Okay,
with that.
so you're not brand based, is what you're saying. You're not brand based.
yeah,
You don't care
I'm
about the
not
big
brand
name
based.
brands, the Ralph Lauren's, the
No.
Lacoste. You don't care about anything like that. You
I just
just
I wasted too much money, man. Honestly,
no. I
like
feel you. I feel you.
I gotta invest in myself. Like the microphone you got, I like that microphone. So I was like, I need to
Put
upgrade
on
my
the
mic, you
yeah.
know, just stuff like
No,
that. Spend my
no, I
money on
feel it.
that.
No, I definitely understand it. No, I'm how you feel about that too, Sierra? About black owned businesses.
I think I definitely do try to support.
Hmm.
Especially as a female, there's a lot of different ways I can support. I've kind of poured mine more into like the cosmetic way
Right, right,
because
right.
honestly, as far as clothes, like you can spend money on clothes, but I do a lot of things very consistently. So I've definitely started getting my nails done by black girls, and
Hmm.
they do a really great job. You know, it's
Okay.
normally not a black girl thing, but
Shout
they
out to
do
the
a really
black
good job.
businesses.
Yes, thank you. And as well, they do charge like very similar prices to like in the
Hmm.
salon. So that's like at least like $70 every 2 weeks that I try to contribute to putting back into our little
Right.
businesses.
Into our community, our
Um,
people.
and my girlfriend, she actually does run kind of like a lash bar by herself. Actually,
Mm.
she's the only girl that works there, and she owns the business. And she actually went to Eastern Shore, but she has her whole degree, and I don't even know how you say it, and whatever it is, where you can do things with your eyes and stuff like that. But
I got you.
she does lashes. She has like a full service kind of like facial situation. So I go there probably like once or twice a month. I get
Mm.
lashes, I get brows, I get everything. So I try to splurge on like the things that I know will be reoccurring, like places that I'll continue to visit. Cause I'm very much similar with clothes. Like I just buy whatever I think looks good. And
Right,
I
right,
have a
right.
lot of clothes. Like I've kind
Yeah.
of stopped buying clothes. Like it's just
Because
like
you have too
there's a
many.
lot of clothes. And I go to work and then I go out sometimes and I have enough going out clothes. So it's like
No,
I
I
don't really
definitely
need clothes a
understand it.
lot that much, but yeah,
I
I
definitely
definitely
feel it.
try where I can. And it's hard because I'm a mom, so I have to buy shit. Like when I'm at Target and I'm like, all right, do I want to buy this? Do I want to buy that? Like I can't be looking at all these brands with this phone trying to figure out what is this and what is that.
Right, right, right.
Um,
Too
there was
much other
actually a
things.
time, yeah, like there was actually a time I was looking for like a black owned whiskey, and it was really hard to find because I actually really am a big
Wow.
fan of Jack Daniels, big deal. And so I was like, all right, I'm not buying no more Jack Daniels. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to Total Wine. Total Wine is like, the wholesale,
Right, right, right.
kind
I've
of like
seen it
grocery
before.
store, liquor
They got a
store.
few out here.
Yeah, yeah. So I went there and first of all, everybody I asked is like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. We don't have black owned whiskey, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, I'm
Typical.
just keep asking people, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
There's
right,
so many
right. Keep looking
associates.
around. Somebody might know something.
So yeah, so I actually get up to a black dude and he's like, yeah, I know one. So he takes me over to it. And I don't know about y'all, Jack Daniels, a typical size bottle of that might cost you about $27. He picks up this bottle. It's 97.99. It's probably like 40 proof, so it's not even that strong, but it's
Hmm.
hella expensive. And
Right.
I'm just like,
That's a
bruh,
big price. That's a
you
big
know what I mean?
price.
Like, because it's like if I start buying this, I want to commit to this being my drink. Like when I drink, I like to drink
Right.
consistently. So
Yeah.
I want to have this. And not that I'm going to drink all of the $97 bottle, but like I don't really
Right.
know if I want to commit
Keep
to
coming
that. You
back
know what I
and
mean?
make it a routine just
But
based off
I
price.
understand, that it's like a black owned complete operation. So they're making
Right.
it, they're bottling it. So it makes sense. But
Yeah.
I just
It's a
might
lot.
not be there in my life where, my life allots for
Nah,
me
it's
being
cool.
with some of the rich black bands. But I think that's the thing. Like we have to support each other more. So like maybe things won't be so expensive for us. You know what I mean?
No, I
Because if
definitely
they can
agree.
make more money, they can produce
Start
better and
having
maybe
a
make
little
it
wiggle
cheaper.
room.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
So
get what you're saying.
but I tried. I
Not
seen it. I touched it.
that makes sense. You don't have to be every time you gotta just keep buying the same thing.
Yeah.
As long as you support, even if you buy the
Yeah.
smallest thing, it's still support, regardless. It is
Right.
still
Right.
support at the end of the day. So what brings it to me is like, cause I even like to go, I even look for black owned grocery stores around here,
Right.
like
Right.
where I'm at grocery stores. It's a
That's
lot
cool.
of things that's black owned that most people don't know about, like soaps, like
Right.
lotions. It's a whole line of things that's black.
Medicines, a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of things, and I think it get looks past. And this is another question I want to ask y'all: why is it that you
All right,
think that a lot
hold
of
on.
people?
I'm gonna plug in this real quick. All right, this is it's like a black owned like this. So they have like stuff products for men.
Oh,
They have
really?
like beard cream and beard wash and lotion, all type of
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
It's called
So
where can I
exciting.
at? So it's like
Respect
Respected
Roots
Roots.
body
So you can go
butter.
to
Oh, cool.
respectedroots.com and
Okay.
check that
Sweet.
out.
Nice plug. I like that though.
Nice.
I'm not mad at it at all. I feel it 100%, my man.
I feel
So
like I
no,
should have a plug for my girl. I wait, I
that's
do though, actually.
that's
Are we gonna
perfect.
do that? Is that a thing?
Oh
Hold
yeah,
up,
you
yeah, I
could
got it
definitely
right
do it.
here.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
about to
in
say it's definitely a
Maryland,
thing.
but her name is Paris. She is Paris Bellarmine Beauty on Instagram. I don't know, it's gonna be really hard to see. But
No,
like I
I
said,
definitely.
she does lashes. This is her
Okay, no, I
card.
definitely
She's
can
super
see it.
professional,
Don't worry,
right?
we can also put that down there in the comment section.
But
We gonna
yeah,
see it too.
she's awesome.
We can
The
get all the
lashes will
plugs in
be
there
here
too.
all the time.
That's dope. That's dope. And y'all
But definitely
actually
black on.
no, definitely black on. We definitely trying to move to that route.
HBCU proud.
I feel like what comes into a point is what I wanted to ask y'all is like, why do you think that? Because I know we still meet some people that just like when you tell them black on, they like they don't really care for it. They just want what's already known, kind of a thing. I know I've ran across people like that. Why you think it's that it's some people that don't want to support black owned businesses that are in fact black?
So I know I've been hearing this a lot, and I've been having to like get on my friends about this too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it comes to clothes. Shipping is like a thing, or like not keeping in contact with shipping and shit like that. So
Right,
like,
right, right.
say you ordered something, like actually, I think my never mind, I'm not even gonna say that, but my friend, she ordered an item right from
Mm-hmm.
a black owned operation situation, and
Right, right,
she
right.
ordered it in like July, and she still doesn't have it. And she's like, this is why I don't order from black people because it never goes right, da 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 da. And I'm like, it's COVID. Maybe I don't know, they're
Yeah,
just
it's some other
behind. You know
time.
what I'm
We gotta get away from
saying?
that
But
stigma.
yeah, but I'm like, that's what I hear a lot of the time. Like, it's people say it's less professional, with like times on, getting things out to you, or if things are going to be late, they're not professional with communicating with you. And I think that goes back to what I was talking about, like too,
Mm-hmm.
with the distillery or whatever for the
Right, right,
whiskey.
right, right, right.
Maybe there's just not enough employees. Maybe there's not enough people to
True,
really get to it. You
true.
feel me?
It's
Like we're
starting from the ground up.
always still working. Yeah. So I think a lot of times we don't have a lot of sympathy for that as a community.
No, I do agree. I hear that stigma a lot. Where people say, "Oh man, that's why I don't like going here," blah blah blah, because they just try to make it seem like this is this. If it's black
So
owned, you're
difficult.
not gonna get the best approach or the best service or best customer service, and
Hmm.
that's corny to me. That's corny because
Right.
you don't know because half of the
I
people that
think
say
Yeah.
it just had like either a bad
But
experience or
even times where I have gotten bad customer service though, because I'm gonna lie, there's a place that I go eat and I get
right,
bad
right, right,
customer service. It's all black
right.
people, it's black owned, but the food is good. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't care that I'm getting bad customer service. Like the quality is really good. So
Right,
I'm
right,
also
right.
one of those people too. Like I can pick and choose what's worth it. Like it's
Yeah,
more worth it to
to
me with
eat.
food
Right,
to
right, right.
eat and
Yeah,
feel
right,
good about it and digest it, and it's good food for me. So I
right, right,
can
right.
pick
I
and choose,
definitely feel
I
that.
think
compartmentalize my feelings.
I think more black people like to buy into the food aspect, but when it comes to like the clothing, not so much because I think more black people like to buy into the unknown. Like a lot of people don't know who's the actual creator, like how he actually looks or what he stands for, Ralph Lauren. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people don't actually know who he is, but
Right.
they'll go and buy his brand. A lot of people don't know who runs the Louis Vuitton brand, just stuff like that. So it's just like it's foreign. So it's like buying into, it's like, oh, I got this and you don't. But if I
Right.
buy something that everybody knows about, like, then I just look like everybody else.
No, no, no.
So
I
it's just
definitely feel it.
it, it's just an scapegoat with black people. It's like you think about like I don't know about you, but when I was in high school,
Mm-hmm.
Ralph Lauren was the thing, and then when everybody started wearing Ralph Lauren, you had that one person who was like, "No, I'm wearing Gucci now," and then people said it's like, "Oh man, he got Gucci on. I'm about to
Right,
start
right,
wearing
right.
Gucci." You say everybody wearing Gucci, but it's only the black people.
Nah,
So yeah,
for
I think
sure.
just trying to be better than the next person. So it's like whatever is
Mhm.
foreign to you, you just
I
want to
do
be
think it's
different.
also a childlike thing too. I don't think it's always black people. I think like especially in that context of like high school shit where it's like people are wearing this and now like they're not and now they've moved on to that. I think that could happen anywhere with any type of branding or image, with white kids. Maybe it's, I don't know, Tom's to Lacoste bullshit. I don't fucking know what they do, but like I think it's a similar concept, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for
With
sure.
anybody, at that age group where it's just like I'm trendy, I want to be trendy, I want to be liked, I want to be favored, I want to look like everybody else to
Right.
not stand out and
And
not be the
most people
oddball.
basing that off of like the famous people that they see or that they look up to. If they rocking
Right.
something, if you a
Because if you
kid,
got white kids, like think about the Travis Scott white kids. Travis Scott got so many fucking white fans. Then dudes
it's
are white,
ridiculous. Look at the
and they wear
McDonald's.
all of it. They wear all the shit we wearing. Like I bet you those Calabasas high schools, they're going for the Gucci, they're going for the Louis,
Everything.
they're iced out. So like it's not just us. It just depends on what kind of culture you're exposed to. For real,
That's
for
it.
real.
No, I definitely agree with that. What I would just say, man, is we all just got to support one another. That's how I feel. I know that people want it to be glorified in order to really step behind it. You know, they want to see somebody that they look up to or that they think is famous or somebody that's popular nowadays with given social media. They just want to see somebody rocking it and supporting it before they be like, okay,
Can I commit to
I'm
it? What am I gonna
yeah,
look like in it?
you know,
Like it takes a
let me
lot to
try it
be the
out. You know
first.
what I'm saying? Like, don't
Yeah.
don't be scared to be different. If you see something you like, if it's black owned, man, get it, support it, shout it out, and just stand by it. You know, we need more people like that.
I'm with it.
We need more people that that's moving like that. So
Okay.
this one is going to be a little tricky one here. So we
Oh
just
God.
seen that Tory Lanez dropped Daystar. I know that I'm not too sure if you guys heard it yet. The album that
No, I
Tory
haven't
Lanez
heard it.
dropped,
I never
Sierra,
really
No.
listened to Tory Lane, so that's
right?
why I wasn't,
No.
you know.
Yeah,
But
so basically it was a 17 song track list of him explaining, well, what I took away from the album was him explaining what happened between him and Meg and a few other people that had something to say behind the scenes. And then it sounded like he was more so asking for forgiveness halfway, kind of
Hmm.
like, you know, he wants
Interesting.
you to kind of come back to him, like listen to his view, his point, which to a standpoint, dealing the whole shooting of her getting shot in the foot during the time he was facing the charge for the gun possession. He really can't talk too much because when you have a charge pending, obviously you can't say too much or it may be used against you. So during that time, he was behind the scenes, whatever the case may is. And as most people want from artists, musicians, they want them to put it in the music, which he did. Now I see a lot of people immediately shutting it down. They're like, yo, clown move. Why you dropping an album? We want to hear you talk. We don't want to hear you singing, rapping over a beat, expressing your feelings, right? And most people just don't want to hear it, just for the simple fact that Megan did get shot. And my standpoint on it is that Megan did get shot, and whoever, because I don't think I can deem it to be Tory, even though she said it's Tory out of her mouth. I know she got shot. That's obviously in the proof.
So
And who?
why do you believe she got shot then? Why?
No. See, this is just how I feel about it. So they say it was 4 people in the car. The story shifts so many times. Her friend
Right.
Tory, his bodyguard.
Right.
It's, you know, and I'm not here to put names on nobody. So my thing is that, yeah, she got shot, but from the stories that I hear, you know, she said she was walking away when she got shot. Boom. So Tory could have shot her, and I'm not saying that he didn't. And I'm not saying who did, but she got shot, and whoever did shoot her needs to be held responsible for whatever it is, though. So
I'm just curious as to why you're very sure to believe that she actually got shot, but not sure to believe that Tory did it. That's all. I'm
because
just curious.
I'm more of a literal person. It's like it's a lot of open questions for me because if he shot her, they got the gun, they got the bullets going to his gun. If she said it on live that that he shot her, I would think that would be more than enough to have somebody come to your door, pick you up, you gone, or you would have stayed in prison. You can't get out on bail and stuff like that.
But we do know that the story is that she did not tell the cops that night. So
Right,
he did not, in the law, that's not
right.
what happened.
But
You
if
know what I mean?
she don't need to tell him if it's a real video that they said that they found, if it's a video of him shooting her, she doesn't even need to get permission anymore. Cops can act
So
on their
maybe
own.
there's not a video. Who
Well,
knows?
right, but
But like,
it's leaking stuff that I'm saying that everybody's leaking everywhere. That there's a video, there's text
okay. You
messages.
just think it's more believable that she
Yeah,
got shot than it is
no,
Tory
I
did it.
know, no, I know, no, it's not. I know she got shot. That's given point and period. And
You don't know she got shot. We don't know shit.
well, nah, she got the wounds on the feet. Bullets was flying. Hey, too many people were saying something. Now I do know that.
I'm sorry. I'm just playing like devil's advocate
No,
because
I
like
get
we
it though.
don't
I get
know
it
shit.
though. I get it though.
Because
But
she
that's
said it. She didn't tell the cops. There are no police reports. There are, we weren't there. We
right,
didn't see this video. We saw her foot. Anything could have happened to her
right.
foot. Who
The
knows?
way
We're not doctors.
and
So
I
I'm just
agree.
raising the question of how do we believe one thing completely,
Right.
but one thing
Sierra
not
Sierra
completely.
sounds like she loves Tory Lanez.
Nah,
No,
nah. She
and he was talking to me. He was
yeah,
talking to me. This is why
yeah,
he knows I'm playing devil's
yeah.
advocate because
Nah,
I've said my opinion, but
yeah.
like I don't understand your opinion on completely shot,
Right.
but
Well,
not you.
so it's
How?
like it's just a fact of, from what I'm going by, shots. She showed the proof of her feet. Obviously, nothing was too injured,
I
no
saw her
bones
foot.
broken.
I'm like, yeah. I'm
I
like,
didn't, it
how the
didn't
fuck you
really
get shot and ain't nothing shattered? Like,
see. We can go
before
back and
she
forth
came
forever.
out and said he shot her, I was
Mhm.
impartial because I wasn't there.
Right,
But like she said it, so I'm like, all right, what the fuck? Who says somebody they even
right,
like or know
and and
shoots them? You know what I'm
and
saying?
don't
That's
get it,
valid.
confused. When she first initially said, "Hey," she went on live, ready to address it. She said, "Hey, Tory Lane shot me." Don't think I wasn't like, "Nah, I need some more proof." Nah, he ain't do that. I was like, "Wow," like just like everybody else. I'm like, "Damn," like Tory shot her. But then it's like, well, I really haven't even heard him speak yet. You feel me? And I'm the type of person, I can't cross out two sides by just hearing one. That's not how I
Okay,
operate. So I'm like, I still want justice for her. So I'm like, whoever shot you, I want them to get what they deserve. Like, regardless if it's him, if it comes out that it is 100% him or somebody else, they deserve whatever they're gonna get. But I can't just cross it that he is the one. You know, when there's nothing adding up on that aspect. You mean like he's still out? He got out on bail. Like they had more than enough to keep him in if he was the culprit. You get what
if
I'm saying?
what we're saying is true, but we
Right.
don't know any of this to be true. Yeah.
And
So
that's where that I just fall in like that because I just feel like some people just run with stories rather than doing their own, like, let's hear it all out. They just gravitate to a side. And once people pick a side, they know they got to stay with that side. You can't
right.
jump back and forth. If you say I'm riding with Tory through it all, you can't then go later and say I'm trying to be all Megan now. You riding with Megan and you cross Tory off, and then if turn out it's not him, you can't be like, "Hey, yo, Tory, I was tripping, man." You feel me? Like it don't work like that for me, and that's why I just want to
That's
see how
why I
y'all
don't
feel.
like to. I personally don't like to pick sides on stories
Yeah,
until both persons speak on it.
right. That's how
Um,
I am.
yeah.
So
So
is it?
I don't know how I feel about that situation, honestly.
Like I
Because
said, I was always impartial. I'm like,
Mhm.
I ain't see no video of her get shot. I I don't know. I wasn't there, but I'm just one of those people. Like, maybe it's just being an empath, like a empathetic person. But like, I would rather believe someone telling me that they were assaulted than not. So
Right, right,
that's
right, right,
why I
right,
believed her.
right.
Period. You know what
And
I
that's
mean? After that, and speculation, I didn't care about. Like I said, I was impartial. I don't know whether she got shot. I don't
mhm.
know whether the bitch fell. I don't know if she stepped on some glass. I don't know what happened because I
Right.
wasn't there. I don't live with these people. I don't know these people. So I don't know what happened,
No,
but
no, no.
when
I
she
feel it.
said that, as somebody who is claiming to be assaulted, I'm a human. I'm not gonna say just because I didn't hear that man's story, I don't believe this woman. Like I take people as face value. You know what I mean? I don't believe people are inherently bad. So I believe you would tell me the truth, especially about being assaulted with a firearm, woman.
Mhm.
And you're talking to hundreds of people right now. You know, so my gut lean more with believe this woman. You know,
No, definitely, 100%. And like I said, it's no guarantees or anything. I do believe like whoever, whatever caused the issue, if it's the gunshot wounds or not, like them type of niggas, they different. Like that's corny. There's nothing that you could be talking about or nothing that can get crazy enough that you're shooting somebody in the foot. Obviously, like that's just wild. Like it just makes I can't put two and two together of what could have got you to that moment where it's like, all right, you know what? No more games. Bullets to feet. That's I don't see it.
like it's
I
not
don't.
funny, but like
It's not.
bullets to
But
feet is
it's like,
crazy
but it's
to
just like
say. Like,
just to watch the rise of it. It's just a lot. But like I said, I'm still standing by. I do want Megan to get the justice that she's supposed to get though. But I just wanted to see if anybody actually heard Tory Lane's, approach or
nah, I'm
his
not
side.
doing that.
No, yeah, I know a
Mm-mm.
lot of people not, you know what I'm saying, but like I said, I gotta listen just to
I would
hear
have watched his
everybody's voice.
live if he would have did. If he would have did
Which
a
I thought
live,
he
I would have
was
listened
gonna
to him
do. I
speak.
thought he
That's what
was
I
gonna
thought was gonna
speak
happen because
when he said at nine
this is an
o'clock. I'm like, all
album.
right,
This could be a whole lie, and it could be entertainment. This ain't even real. You know
true.
what I'm
And I
saying? So
honestly
who the
thought it
fuck
was a song
knows?
at first until I clicked it and I saw 17 songs. I was like, whoa,
17, and then not only did you do an
17.
album, you did a full length album.
It's
Like,
almost a
people
deluxe.
ain't even releases. People not even releasing 17 songs out. You did
It's
whole 17 songs
it
about this
is
shit, nigga.
17 songs and
Fuck
he
out of
is,
here. She should be
yeah.
embarrassed for dating that man. That's crazy. Like,
No,
whew.
it definitely is. Wow, but I just wanted to see how y'all was feeling about that. I do want
well,
to.
I don't really care about Tory so much. But side note, I do want to talk more about Meg. So,
Okay.
Sierra, since you're a woman, I want to know how you feel about the whole walk culture and Should women
Good question.
be able to express themselves as sexually as men? Because nowadays women are getting more over sexualized, but it's becoming
Oh,
very popular.
yeah. I don't like WAP because WAP is just tacky. But I do totally believe in sexual liberation, yes, for women. I think it makes sense. I don't think you have to say it like that because that's just not my style. But like, go for it. Like a lot of girls like it. Like when I see other girls, and I'm like, yeah, like, but you won't see me here with it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm out, I'm a be with it. You feel me? But like, no, I think we live in a time where everybody is being themselves. Everybody is coming out of their shells. Everybody is being true to who they always have been, whatever
Hmm.
that might be. And I
Hmm.
think the same thing should be said for women in every aspect. Your body is a part of your life, a very vital part, and it shouldn't be something that you feel the need to cower away because you're scared or because of judgment or whatever it is. But sexually, like just being openly sexually, I think that's something that's taboo on both sides. You know, obviously not as much as for men, you know, but I think people are used to women doing it in a more beautiful way. Like I don't know, like how R&B women maybe might talk about sensual things in their songs. So I think society and men are used to women doing things a little bit prettier than how it's starting to come out now.
Right. You thinking they don't
Um,
want them to come out savage. They don't want to hit a
yeah,
savage.
like I don't think I first of all, I think men don't like the idea of women making this like sometimes sentiment of like money and WAP, or I don't know what words we are gonna say here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, you
So
talking
like
about.
I think
I get it.
there's yeah, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like
Right.
I think and with our sexual liberation has come a lot of talk with a lot of our rapper women about money and men and getting things out of men. So I think
Mm.
that is a lot of the problem, in which I'm not saying it's a problem. Get your life, sis. But like, I think men have become very scared with that. Like, that's like such a big deal. Like, oh my God, don't take my money. So like, that's the thing. It's like you're a hoe now because
Right.
not only do you want to be sexual, but you also think you're worth something for it too. That's crazy to niggas.
Right.
So it's like, it's a lot. It's a lot packed onto that sentiment as to like why I think it's not being accepted.
Hmm.
But I really think it's to each his own. It's like if you don't like that type of girl, that's just not the type of girl for you. I don't
Right.
understand why men feel the need to generalize women. It's like, all right, you don't like her, but that doesn't necessarily mean you can't like every girl who's had sex with more than 20 men or whatever it is. It's like, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about bodily functions? Like, what is the big deal at the end of the
Mm.
day? To me. But if you don't like gold digging girls, then that's on you. But some girls, that's what they want to do. Like it's just like anything else in
I
life,
mean,
to
I
me.
I think some, and this is just my opinion. I think a lot of men that are unknown or not famous would probably use Cardi B in that sense for her money or for her fame, because not every guy is going to be okay with marrying a former stripper or someone or a woman that's as sexually expressive as that. So if they
And that's something
do,
you have to respect. Yeah.
yeah. So I think it would flip, and men would actually be trying to gold dig off of her. Um,
I
True.
mean, but I think the
It's not
sentiment that
uncommon.
gets made with men and women is that yes, there might be a dude that says, "All right, I'm gonna just use her for this shit." But it's like once WAP drops, no matter how much money that shit makes, that man is still gonna have some. This is the sentiment. I'm not saying it's true and generalized. That man still has some type of like ego pain over my wife having to do that for her money or having to be portrayed this way for the money,
oh,
even though I'm
definitely.
profiting. You
That's
Right.
feel
how
me? It's like
that's
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 what
how
we're saying
Kanye West
shouldn't be
feels.
there.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we're
Exactly.
saying it shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? It's like I'm doing this and I'm still your wife. I'm
Kanye,
still as virtuous. I'm still Kanye is a completely different factor because
he
they both
changed,
have
man.
money.
I
They
don't know how I
both
feel about him.
I will make this sentiment. I will probably leave a lot of Kanye conversations because I am completely diehard Kanye. It's a sad thing.
Yeah,
I don't
but
have a lot of top for him.
what we just said
But
uh what you just said about the Cardi thing, I was gonna say with Kanye, he basically been with her for however long, they got kids, and then later on down the road, he's going back to his old Christian ways, doing the God's church thing and all that stuff.
Hmm.
And then he said he doesn't like now, he wishes that Kim would stop posting nude type photos, and it's like, dude, you got what she was like that when you
Yeah,
got with her.
you
Now you
can't, you
mad because you're in this
yeah,
holy
yeah.
type of
You
thing.
now I
Like,
do
come on, man.
disagree.
Like,
I disagree with that 100%. You can't
I
accept
don't think he's
somebody.
even being real about that. I think he's just a big publicity
Well,
stunt.
no,
I don't believe Kanye.
well,
I don't think he
sometimes with
gives a
Kanye,
fuck.
it
Like,
feel like
I
he
don't
be
think he cares
sporadic.
about that woman being naked. Like, he has an image to
Oh no, he
uphold right
cares. No,
now
he
to be
cares.
the father of Christ. No, he
He
don't. I
cares.
really don't think he
I
cares, guys.
I
But
honestly believe
whatever.
he cares. Anytime something like that gets
why you
released,
don't think he cares?
I believe that
Because
Kanye is a
Kanye has
passionate type
been
of
with Kim
person.
Kardashian for a long time. And the thing is, Kanye has, like, every single time, if you watch his rollouts,
Mhm.
he does these series of erratic behavior tendencies and rolls out music and rolls out music. And the tendencies always match the music. So
That's
it's
a
like,
fact.
all right, I'm a
That's a fact.
god, I'm a Jesus hoarder, whatever the fuck he's doing out there in the woods.
Right.
So my wife can't be doing that. Like, Kanye doesn't give a fuck. I don't even know if Kanye really likes her that much. But
Right
like,
now,
who knows?
I can
But
feel where you're
like,
coming from.
he's a brand. He's a genius to me. But
Mm.
like, I think everything is calculated. Period.
So you,
Kim has been way more
Even the
naked.
MAGA
Kim has
hat.
been way more naked. Yes. Kim has been way more naked.
yeah.
Way. I like Kim Kardashian. She's my birthday twin almost. Day before mine. But she's
Mm.
been way more naked with this man. And he's been talking about God for a long time. Jesus is one of my favorites. I'm a God for a minute. He's been a God. And
Well,
she's been more naked.
well,
So
I don't know.
nah.
I think he cares, and this is
He's
what I'm
had
gonna
a
say. I
God
think he
complex.
cares. The reason, no, I do believe what you say though. He is sporadic about any rollout. Like anytime Kanye about to do something that's like, oh, he got something coming, he start acting different. He start acting wild. He start
He
acting
turns up the
whatever the
ante.
case.
Just let
Yeah,
me just
he
turn it
like,
up. Fuck with
cause
him. Like,
I
he's
need to
just like a
grab
fucking
as many
puppet
people
master.
possible. I need to
Like,
grab as many people as possible before I drop this bomb on him. You feel me? Like when he say he running for
yeah, and Kim's
president,
just over there like, I'm sick of this shit. She gonna divorce him. Like, she gonna leave that
no, that's a
man. She's
fact.
probably sick
That's
of
a
that shit.
fact. That's a
She's
fact,
about to leave
probably.
that man. She's tired of that. She's rich. She ain't got no time for this shit. Like, she
Well,
got all them kids.
oh
No.
no, they do. They got a whole family now. They do got a whole family now. But I mean,
But I get it. I get what you're saying. Yeah, like,
nah, in a
he
sense, I
shouldn't have
do.
walked it back.
Well, I just feel like it can hinder women in a sense.
Being too
Where
overly sexual.
well, yeah, because when you go to pursue a career, then not to say on the front line, like the people that supporting you, the women that standing behind you, like, oh yeah, we believe in the same shit. Like, oh yeah, talk your talk. We ride it with you, but then you got people behind the scenes that you gotta do business with that are different. You get what I'm saying? If you approach yourself as a certain way, they look at you as a certain way. They like, all right, you
It's
trying
like
to do something
code
for me?
switching.
You feel
You
me?
know, I mean, it's
But do
like
you
code
think that
switching.
puts you
You go work
do
with
you
your
think that
white
puts y'all
people.
in a certain box rather than like the artistry
Yes.
behind like being a rapper? Like, cause there's some dope female rappers. Like even like some people don't even like to put Young and May as a female rapper just because of how she represents herself. But obviously she's still a female. But
Yo,
she's a
Young and May
rapper.
is a spitter, man. She can
She's a
rap.
rapper.
She
Like
can
it's nothing
rap,
wrong.
bro.
You can't take talent away. Like when like Nicki first came out, she was rapping hard body. Like before she was sexualizing a lot, she was rapping hard body. Lil
She was
Kim.
always naked too, though. Her ass was always
Well, but
she was
that's that.
sexual.
Well, yeah, but that's how she
She was
is as
just
a
a rapper.
person.
You feel
But
me?
her
She hard,
lyrics,
yeah.
yeah, but her lyrics was
She's
different
just
though.
hard. Yeah.
Right, her lyrics was different
But it
though.
was
How
still
she,
very sexual.
but during that
Eat
time,
this, eat that.
you
It
gotta
was
admit
wild.
that's how some female felt like they had to even get attention to step in the game. You get what I'm saying? But the times changed since then. You can honestly be just a female rapper and just I promise you, I feel like it can go smooth. You feel me?
So what
Because enough
okay,
people
this
doing
might
it.
be too in depth. This might be too in depth. Because
All right.
honestly, I haven't even really listened to the words of WAP too much. But what is the sentiment in WAP that is offensive? Maybe you guys aren't offended, but do you guys know like what is the terminology that is offending men sexually? Like, should you
I
not?
don't even think it's the song that.
Right.
I mean, it's obviously the lyrics, but when you watch the video, because I'm gonna go backtrack. The baby, he's from Charlotte, one of the most
Yeah.
influential rappers right now, and that's
Mm-hmm.
not even necessarily because of his music. Yeah, his music he has a good flow. It's because his music videos, like the people that the real goats, the people that do his music videos, they make his music videos feel like movies. So it's their music video that caught everyone's attention because it's
Right.
just out there. Like it's when I first
Okay.
watched
I
the
need to watch
video,
it. I should have turned it on. I need to watch it. I still have not seen this video. I just seen clips.
when I first watched the music video, I didn't even remember the lyrics. I didn't even remember the hook. I had to listen to the song at least 4 times to really, because I was so distracted by the video.
Right.
And
Wow.
so that just goes to say, I think the song is trash. It was just a video that caught everyone's attention. And the
And it's
song
just
and
they're
the hook
just
itself is
dancing.
just
They're just
wop, wop,
dancing.
wop, wop, wop. Yeah.
They're just dancing, right?
Yeah. from just listening to the song alone is probably everything you think the video would be like.
Right.
Just listening
Okay.
from the song
Yeah.
alone, it is everything that you think it's
I
supposed
just
to be
don't
like.
know. I don't know. I don't know what's so bad. Like
I
I feel
don't.
like it's
I'm mad that they put
sensitive.
Kylie Jenner in it. I was so mad about that. I was like, y'all
I
they
didn't see
didn't
the
have to put
point.
her.
I didn't see the point, but I like to get to what you
More
were
people to
saying.
watch the video.
See,
Exactly.
I don't think men are offended.
But Cardi B already big. She don't got to do that.
Well, no,
Nah,
well,
Kylie
no,
Jenner is way bigger.
yeah,
Kylie Jenner
yes,
is way bigger.
yeah.
Kylie
No,
is
but
surpassing a lot of different
but
like
that's that coon.
demographics.
I ain't gonna get into that.
No, I feel
Nah,
it,
it is a
but
little coonery. It is a little
yeah,
coonery, but maybe her and Meg were friends. Like with that whole story, wasn't it? Like Tory was crushing on Kylie or some shit. Maybe they're friends.
yeah, it's a whole bad. I do believe they
If
were
she was
friends.
my friend,
Probably
I
not
would have
too
put her
much
in my
now,
video. I ain't gonna lie,
but
shit. I mean, I don't know. She already cooning with Travis. Come with me too. Like,
I just feel like I honestly don't think men is looking at it like that. It's just a fact of that. It's the fact that you're doing certain
I'm
type
telling
of
you, it's money,
things.
bro.
It's not even that. It's
Men have been bothered ever since girls have started monetizing their
no, that's
pussy
not
with
true. That's not true.
OnlyFans. Yes, it is. Everybody is
Not
mad
true.
because girls are making money.
No,
That's
that's
why
not
they
true.
mad.
Nobody cares if they're
Yes,
making
it is.
money. This the fact though. The fact is that you're projecting yourself as like, all right, cool. I'm gonna be as sexually explicit as I can be to grab your attention, right?
How do you know she's being as sexually explicit as she can be?
Oh,
I don't
obviously,
I
think
mean,
they
she.
are. I
yeah.
don't think they
I don't think she's
are.
at her. I don't think she's at her peak of where she could go.
Like
But I'm
she
just
said,
saying, like,
I'm gonna do this.
how they
Like
representing the representation, but then you're trying to conduct yourself like on a business term in this type of ways. No, not to say you can't do both. This is me just saying, not to say you can't do both, be sexual here or sexualize this here and then try to be a businesswoman over here. You can definitely do both. But the perception of other people you're doing business with are going to categorize you as what you're known for of getting your money to be able to do business on this side. You get what I'm saying?
And I think what he's going with this is like
So it's like,
it's not even about being over sexualized. It's the fact that you're over sexualized your body and then your lyrics match that. Like if she was rapping, like if Cardi B was spitting, like really rapping, like having a
so
message
y'all just mad because
or
she
just
can't rap.
oh no, I don't. I mean,
no, but
I
I
can't
don't
say she
care.
can and can't rap. I don't
I
listen to
don't
her
care for the
enough.
plastic stuff. Like that's my thing. Like
So
I feel like the young girls nowadays, like high schoolers and college girls,
hmm.
like I meet women all the time that's like, oh, like I'm not enough. I need to get my boobs looking like Kylie Jenner or Kim Kardashian, da da da. I'm like, you don't gotta do that, you know what I'm saying? But even if you do that, you don't gotta go to that extreme. I feel like that's just like
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
mean, I
why are women trying to look like ants? And if you want to do that, go to the gym. That's my whole thing. Get your ass in the gym.
it's
you
hard.
you kind
It's
of took me out
hard.
with that
It's
ants
hard.
comment.
I'm telling you, you can't look like an
Ants.
ant if you look like a pea. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Nah, I
can't
get
do
it.
Yes,
that.
you can.
Nah,
Yes, you
Hendo
can. I've
crazy.
seen women
Whatever.
in the
I
gym
have been
transform.
Nah, bro. It's hard. It's difficult, and everybody is lazy and got shit to do. And if you can
Honestly,
pay for it, why wouldn't you? That's my opinion. If
I
I
don't
could pay
judge.
for it, I would
Listen,
be anted out.
I don't
Like
judge nobody who want to
I
take
be
that
going.
route. I don't judge nobody
I'm
who want to take
going.
that route.
If
You want to do
trust
that?
me, if
It's on you.
I get the bread, I'm getting something. Something. I don't know what it is. It's like a candy store. It's like, oh look, like I could do all these
I
different things.
definitely would
Like
put it
maybe
in the
I
same
wouldn't,
spot as the
maybe I
candy.
would
I
maybe I
definitely.
wouldn't get ant, maybe I wouldn't be an ant, but I'm gonna do something probably. Like I might get like a, I don't know, a face tighten or some shit when I'm 40. I don't fucking know, like something chills.
I
But
mean,
like
to each
if
his
you
own.
got the bread, it's like try it, you know?
No,
Like
I
I
definitely
think.
feel it. I mean, it's your
It's
money.
not
At
If
the end
even
of
it's
the
a,
day, you
safe.
work for it. At the end of the day, you work for your bread. You work hard for your
You
money.
can
Do whatever you
research
want to do.
but
kind
then
of.
I
It's your
just that
money.
just makes me wonder, like if, and
What does
again,
it say to younger girls? I get that.
I'm not trying to bash Kylie Jenner. It just makes me wonder, like people's thoughts, like men's thoughts, like if she hadn't changed she changed her entire body, like not just her breasts and her butt.
Do y'all think
She
she would have
changed
grew
her
up cute? I
face,
think
her
she would have grew
lips.
up cute. I think she would
I
have
don't
grew
know how
into
she
her
would have grew
face.
up. That's the
Honestly,
point.
I
But
gotta
like
be
I
honest.
I
know,
think she
I
would have,
wonder
because I
if
thought she
Travis
was
Scott,
pretty.
I wonder if all these rappers, all these celebrities would actually even talk to her if that was the case. I mean, I guess
I
it
think
happened
she would
for a
still be
reason,
famous.
but
Well, yeah,
still,
Yeah,
no, I
well, yeah,
definitely
she would. She's a
keeping
Kardashian,
up
of
with it.
course,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
But it's
But
just the fact that like she doesn't love herself, so how can you expect her to love
well,
somebody
hold on.
else?
We
Oh,
Like,
can't
you don't
say
know if she doesn't love
we can't say that
herself.
somebody
I don't.
don't love themselves.
He's like, no, she don't even care about herself.
I'm
She
kidding. I'm kidding.
might. Look, I'm like, she
I
might.
No, I
she
get what you're
might love
saying
her.
though. I get what you're saying though, Hendo. People find flaws in
Nah,
themselves
I feel you.
that they want to
It's like
fix.
that's true. Like if I were to get something done, I'd have to admit that's something I think is wrong.
Right, right, right.
I had to
Oh
admit
yeah,
that.
I got a
But
scar on my
I
face. You know what I'm
mean,
saying? But like, I got
yeah.
like laser done on it, and I have to get it some again. But that's different. That was from an accident. I'm just
Right,
talking
right,
about there
right.
was nothing wrong with her body. She didn't have car accident,
But you don't
nothing like that. She just
know.
Well,
She might
well,
have
no,
thought it was
it's
well, you're right.
wrong.
You're
yeah.
right. You're right.
You gotta think of the aspect of like some people are insecure out here. Some people are
Yeah. And if
insecure
it
about some
helps you
things.
not be insecure and it gives you that confidence to
You
live
feel me?
life
Hey,
differently, I think
well,
that's beautiful. You know what I mean?
yeah, I can't judge it. You know, we just trying to make sure that it all adds up, like we were saying. If you're doing this, you can't be mad when people looking at or trying to put you in a box like this. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying is like you
Nah,
if
you
you feel
can because
you can't.
you cannot say that I'm the same because that's like saying people aren't multifaceted. So that's to say you can't do this podcast since you guys are both in the military or something. I'm sorry, I don't know your occupations,
You know
but
what?
no,
You
you
know
can
what?
only be military men. You can only
I
be
feel
military
bad. I
men.
feel bad. I feel bad now that I said that because I think about it. I lived in the Bay Area, like in Oakland and San Francisco,
Mm.
and I met a lot of people that are transgender. Well, not a lot of people, but I met some people that are transgender. So now I think about it, it's not she didn't change her gender, but she changed her body, and they did the same thing. They changed their body. So
Exactly, and
I
they're
wouldn't say that. I
happier.
wouldn't say that to them. So I take that back. I take that back.
Yeah,
But
but
I
I mean,
do feel like I
Hey,
do feel like it's being overglorified.
I understand. Second chance of heart. I get it. No, I definitely
had to
understand it
walk it
though.
back. That's what that was.
He
That's a
thought
walk
about it.
back.
I
Oh,
did because I did. Like
he
I
like, no, no, no. I don't
He was
want people
like,
coming at my
"What?
neck.
She
I don't
doesn't
want
love
people coming
herself?
at my
Oh
neck.
no!" And then we both start going. I'm like,
I'm like, no,
"What?"
yeah, that part I was like, no, you can't say that part, but nah,
He just got real into it. He really felt it. That's
no,
all
I
that
Nah,
was.
definitely,
there are some cases where I felt like I didn't love myself. So I mean, I feel like everyone goes through that. Not necessarily to
Yeah,
that extreme,
everybody
but
has
some
well, no,
people.
insecure
everybody, yeah,
moments.
everybody
Yeah,
got an insecure moment. I don't care who you are. Ain't nobody that's been living out here long enough been like, no, I never been insecure once. That's a lie.
right.
I tell you,
Yeah,
that's a lie.
that's
Like
crazy.
that's a big ass lie. Like ain't nobody moving like that. Everybody got it. Now, some people it may not affect them like others, but
Yeah,
everybody
you
has
deal with
some
it, buddy.
insecurities. Everybody has insecurities. So, um,
Definitely, definitely, definitely agree.
so
But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. I'm
what
different.
I do want to say is before we get out of here is I still want to see if you guys got a chance to catch up on that Breonna Taylor case about the
Oh yeah,
officers.
like that sad case.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know if y'all really seen what's been going on lately with the case about how they weren't really charged with the death of Breonna Taylor, but I think it's a wanton
yeah,
endangerment. A wanton endangerment. It was like a
I
that
heard
they
it
I
was
think it
like
was
pretty
shooting in
much
the
he shot
neighbor's
into the other
into the
apartment.
neighbor's
Yeah,
home, and so they got charged with that.
he
But
got
I'm
charged
like,
for that.
you almost killed
Nothing regarding
somebody.
her.
You almost killed somebody and got charged, but the person you actually killed, there's nothing. But
Right.
that could just that's my piece on it. I feel like the justice ain't what it should have been for that, and I hate seeing shit like that constantly of black people just constantly dying. It seems like more than ever now, honestly, because we're recording a lot more. It's not like it's going unnoticed. People are recording a lot more. Like if stuff is
Yeah.
getting out of hand, people phones is coming out right then and there. So we starting to
Yeah.
see it as it's happening rather than hearing stories behind the scenes. So this is just one of those where it's just like it's sad. It's honestly sad that nobody really got any type of conviction for it.
Yeah.
And they just like it feels like to me that they're just trying to save people and beat around the bush. But like I said, we still gotta this falls all the way back even to black business owners and just everything. We gotta start standing for something and start standing
Yeah.
for
I
us.
mean, I hate to say it, we really do got to start voting locally and start
Right.
paying attention a little bit
Right.
more because all of it is the judicial system just does not work for us.
And I,
You
yeah,
know
and
what
I
I
do
mean? And there are a lot of laws that people don't like notice or people don't even know about
right,
until
right, right.
something like this happens with these
Uh
no knock bullshits and everything
mm,
like that. Nobody would have ever heard of that until, unfortunately somebody died. So I
right.
think like it's a lot about us educating each other,
Mm-hmm.
spreading the word about things like that so we kind of know our rights and can, get out there and petition against things that don't work for us. So
Right.
I think that's the most important, just learning.
No, I definitely feel it because it's the more that this happen and the more that we can keep putting stuff on the front line, the more people gonna know because some people don't get information from the news. Some people don't like watching the news.
Mhm.
Some people get it from social
Yep.
media. Some people get it from a newspaper still.
Mhm.
Like it's different ways that
Some
it's
people
getting
get it
passed
word of
around.
mouth still too,
Word of mouth.
just
Like
like we're
it's
talking about it here, like
some
somebody might
people
have
get
heard
it like
something they
that.
ain't
We just
never
gotta
heard before.
definitely we just gotta stay aware, and we really gotta like really like stand for ourselves. I feel like people say it, and but nobody, well, not I won't say nobody, but a lot of people don't really know what it means to stand for yourself because they just follow some other people. But it's like just to have the pride of who you are as yourself to just want to even be invested and looking at stuff like this and support it and like get it passed out so people can all be aware. I also say no vote is a vote. So people that's not voting, no voting is a vote. So whoever you get, you can't complain. You can't say a word or drop if you didn't put a vote in the ballot. So that's how I feel. So
I do think voting is a choice, but I do agree when you don't vote. I mean, that's just one we missed out on. That's all.
mhm,
But I do think people can make their decision on whether they want to
definitely.
participate in this because
Mhm.
this is a hot ass mess, and I
That
believe in my soul. Sometimes my soul don't feel right putting my name next to some of these people's names. So, but
yeah,
I've voted every time I could have, unfortunately. So,
yeah.
I didn't
I
because I don't watch politics like that. So I don't I feel like I would be wrong of me to cast a vote, and
I
I
agree with
don't
that.
follow it all the time because my grandmother
Like,
got on me for
I don't think
not
it's
voting for
wrong though.
someone.
Yeah.
nah. Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't think
it's
it's wrong. I don't think you could. I think you are still entitled to your opinion, even if you don't follow it or you don't feel like you follow it enough. Like you have the option. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
just being here, living here. You still live here every day, so
right.
your vote is just as worth as mine. Shit, why not? But
Nah, I definitely feel it. It's a choice. It's a choice. I just say when I say no vote is a vote, I'm also like to the people who have 1,000 things to say about how everything can be different. If you feel like you got all these opinions on things that can change, but you don't vote for nothing, you feel me?
but
You don't
you have to recognize some people don't believe that the system can be reformed.
right.
That is a
Which which
sentiment.
which
So why
which
would
is
I
true.
would not participate? Because I
Right.
used to be one of those people. I'm like,
Right.
what are
Me
we
too. I can't take that
what are
away.
we voting for? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? What am I voting for?
That's a
But
fact.
just growing up and just thinking about feeling like I have more responsibility to the world or to my
Mm,
daughter, to just like outside forces, that selfishness left. But
right.
I do agree with some people where it's like, okay, this is not built for me or
Right.
you or you or you, no matter what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So why would I go and participate or waste my time or make it look like I stand for something I don't and something that doesn't stand for me as well? You
Right.
know,
You don't
I
want to feel
completely
like you
agree with some
false.
people.
You don't want to represent yourself falsely. You don't want to feel like
Yeah,
you're giving
yeah.
your vote.
I would not even, it's not even about representation. Like when I say like, I don't want to put my name next to some of these people,
Mm-hmm.
like some of these people are getting accused of crazy things,
You're right.
like
They
child
definitely are.
molesters, pedophiles, they're murdering people, they're covering up shit. Like these people are getting accused of crazy shit. And it's like me, just like spiritually, it's like, I wouldn't want my name to be associated with that person, like on my deathbed. Like that's one of the things I did in my life. I signed next to that. Like, I'm weird with shit like that. But like,
No, I definitely get it.
um, like I said, now as an adult and as a mom, I feel like I have more of a responsibility to, really follow a mold of trying. But yeah, no, I've been there. I definitely have had the sentiment of this is broken. It's not going to get fixed. And even if it does get fixed, it doesn't get fixed for me. So
Right, right,
no,
right.
thank you. But
No,
that's
I
very
definitely.
selfish.
No, I
Mhm.
definitely feel that. Anything you want to put on that? Anything extra you want to add to that, Hendo?
Hmm. I just feel like today it's just a lot going on. There's so much negativity with the police and the
Mm-hmm.
people and the protests.
Right, right, right.
Um, man, I understand people's hurt and people's anger towards the policemen. But then I also have uh, certain feelings about it because we were in the military. I know people that got out. I don't know if you know or you do know.
Right,
There's some people that got out with us that are cops now. So
right.
I would actually like to just sit down and talk to one of them if we ever do that in the future and just have their thoughts on it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm. No, I see where you're coming from. I honestly, I'm at a point now that is, I don't know what protection means. From that kind of a standpoint. If we're watching, we keep watching the same things happen, the same things play out, like the same time, and it's one
And
of
that's
us
crazy to
in
hear
the
people like
spotlight.
you say that. That's crazy. You
It's
served in the
like
military and you feel like that. That's nuts.
right. So it's like I feel
That
like
sucks.
I'm in a standpoint of like who are we really picking side for? It's not a unity thing. It's not for me. I don't feel it's unity at all. Obviously, you can't get charged with the same thing, but someone's getting 25 years and someone's getting 2 years. That kind of stuff don't make sense to me when you're dealing with that. And you can't look past it. There's no way to just be like, oh, that's just one case, because we can go down a line of several, multiples. You get what I'm saying? Like it's ever
Bro,
going.
it was one time, I don't know if you remember this, and I'm gonna
Mm.
just say it for everybody. It was one time we was going to Wilmington, and I ain't gonna lie, like I was tired, but y'all wanted to go out. It was like
Right, right,
whatever.
right,
We
right,
left.
right,
We left way late. We
right.
left. We left base at like 11 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was speeding. I was speeding. Y'all was in the car. Y'all was in the car, passed out, and the cop pulled me over. And I guess he was flashing his light in the car, and then he was like, "What's going on? Like it smells like weed. Like what are y'all doing? Drugs in there? Is there drugs in the car?" And I was scared. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, "Oh shit!" But I didn't have no drugs in my car. I never had anybody smoke in my car. Obviously, I was in the military. I didn't smoke in the military.
Right, right, right.
So I was just like, why is he saying that? And then he told me to get out of the car, and this is 11 p.m. at night. So I'm like,
Oh
what
my
is he about to
God.
do?
Right.
And
Like,
he asked me before I got out the car. He asked me for my registration, but
mm-hmm.
I don't remember if it was you or it was one of the other guys who like passed out
Right,
on
right,
like
right, right.
on their lap, so their head was like in front of the dashboard. So I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to reach him, but I couldn't. So he was like, "All right, get out the car. You're taking too long." And then he like turned me around, pat me down, took me to the car, and I feel like he was gonna charge me with some stuff until like when he asked for my ID, I gave him my military ID. So then he was like, "All right, since you're a military vet, I'm gonna lower your speeding ticket, and I'm just gonna let you go." Like, and I was wondering after that, like I was like, "Shit, I hadn't sped ever for like another 6 months because I was
Right, right,
just
right.
cautious." And I wondered in my mind if I wasn't a veteran, what would have happened?
Right.
Yeah,
What would
no,
be different?
yeah, and that's corny alone. That your title had anything to do with how you was
Treated
getting
with an
right.
official.
That shouldn't matter at all. You could be just a random person on the street, bro. Like it don't matter what title you have. Everybody's supposed to get the same respect, and everybody supposed to be treated the same way. But it's dickheads everywhere. I'm gonna just say that. So that's how I feel about it. But so I guess this is how we're gonna close it up today. I mean, we
We talked about a lot, man.
yeah, we got through a lot of things, man. Very first podcast.
Right.
And I'm glad both my co-hosts here and Christopher Henderson, we did it, man. So y'all come tune in with us, check back with us next episode, like, comment, put whatever y'all want in the comment, which y'all want to hear us talk about. Like
Questions
it up.
too. Yeah, if
Yeah,
you have
questions
them.
that help us out
That
a
would be
lot
cool.
too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Share it, like it, subscribe, do the whole thing, the whole nine. And we'll see y'all next time.
All right, before you play,
Oh.
I got it.
Oh,
No, 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 no. It's fine. It's fine.